Could you imagine having your struggles, having your failures, having the things that challenge you all recorded and captured on film, on video, on digital file? Could you imagine having those captured and played back for the world to see over and over and over again? That's a reality with today's technology. That happens. But there's people who do this purposely. I have a huge beef with reality shows. Now let me clarify. The reality shows that are based around grown-ups, that's a different story. Grown-ups walk into these things, they understand how the game's played. They know that things might be taken out of context, things might be a little bit scripted, things are edited in ways that things may come out not exactly as they were originally played out in the context of the moment. But these moments are captured and they're put together to create a program for the public to view. Grown-ups can walk into that. They're big people. They can make the decisions. They can understand the fallout. That's fine. More power to them if they have the tough skin for that. My issue is with the reality shows based around kids. The reality shows based around a child's beauty or a child's performance or a child's behavior. Could you imagine if you were a kid and you were struggling at something, you were trying something, but you just weren't quite getting there, or you thought you did fantastic, but a grown-up in your life thought you did a horrible job and lambasted you? Could you imagine if that was caught on tape, on video, on film, and played over and over and over again for the masses? Could you imagine if it were caught and available practically forever because of technology? That's what happens in these shows. Even if these are just single moments within a competition or within a rehearsal session, within an incident, these moments shouldn't be broadcast over and over and over again. Some of them are so over the top, and I couldn't imagine my own children having some of these things witnessed by the entire world. Could you imagine that? I can't see how these can be in any way beneficial to these kids that are the subjects of these shows. I say shame on the parents for putting their kids in these positions. As Americans, we have that right. We have a right as parents to do these kind of things. But is it the right thing? So a big part of me says shame on these parents. I say shame on the networks for profiting on this. Shame on the networks for creating a show based around the muck and the mire that happens in some of these activities. But most of all, I say shame on us for creating that market, for being so fascinated by someone else's struggle. Shame on us. You know how I feel about this issue. I don't think this can be at all beneficial for the kids, the families involved in these programs. I also don't think it can be beneficial for our own kids to see these things on TV. You know how I feel about it. How do you feel about it? I'd love to hear your thoughts.